Whew! As much as I love TVT, that could have ended up being like 5 hours. So yes, Andrey does in fact play PVT. And in the top right corner as the blue Protoss, we do have Andrey. In the top left as the teal Terran, we have Terror. So yeah, as I said, Andrey is kind of a race picker. He actually, in the ISL 2, I believe he faced Shayna in a TVT, but you know, he like actually, was it Shayna? He faced some Terran. I think it was Shayna in a TVT, but he played like PVT the first 2 games, and then he played Terran. He played TVT for the last 3 or something like that. I can't quite remember. It looks like I got the color wrong actually. Oopsie daisies. Wait a minute. I'm so confused now. I think I got the colors backwards. Yes, I did get the colors backwards. Okay, sorry about that. I'm like so confused. Ah. Anyway, the map is La Mancha once again. Nice little desert tile set. Oops. There we go. That's nice. Good. So, gateway going down, depot going down, and yeah, I'm trying to think. What did Andrey do in his PVTs? Can't remember anything particularly. It was quite a while ago. Anyways, it's not taking gas. The gas feels a little bit late. Gosu Protoss game sense would indicate that that's slightly delayed. And I'm also trying to think, what team is Andrey in? I don't think he's in a team. I think he played for Team GT during the Gambits Cup, but I don't recall him being on any team. His AKA, by the way, his well-known AKA is Dre. That's how I actually first knew him. I knew him as Dre, and then I discovered he was actually called Andrey. SAVC, nothing there doing a little dance. It's interesting, the SAV has actually gone out to scout before the probe. Andrey is actually scouting fairly late here, doing a hidden second pylon. Now, this is actually just kind of a mind game against the Terran. I doubt he's actually going to hide any tech here. I mean, you know, theoretically he could put a Citadel or something, but most likely that's just going to be for when Terra gets into his base. He's going to see that there's a pylon missing, and he's going to, you know, suspect that there's a proxy somewhere. But in fact, it's just not really a proxy. Factory going down. Looks like guys are off gas, so it looks like it's probably just going to be an FD build from Terror. If you're new to Brood War, I can explain what that means. That means he's going to get one factory with a machine shop, he's going to get a siege tank, and then he's going to upgrade spider mines for vultures, and he's going to push with a handful of marines, one siege tank, and a few vultures with mines. That is the fake double push. Anyway, the probe and the SCV do cross paths. It's interesting that he wouldn't change direction with the probe now. See, that's the first probe scout, right? And that's actually... Did that Dragoon just shoot itself? Wow, that looked so much like the Dragoon shot itself. And you know what? I would not even be a little bit surprised. Dragoons, man, like, you know... Sometimes they just walk into walls, sometimes they walk off cliffs, and sometimes they actually just shoot themselves out of sheer stupidity. I'm pretty sure that Dragoons are in fact capable of shooting themselves in this game. Meanwhile, it looks like it's just going to be a one gate expand from Andrey, which is fairly standard. Slightly riskier, I think. Slightly less safe than a one gate ops expand, but it's fine. And look at that, he actually pulled guys off gas in order to save up money for the Nexus, and then he put those guys back on. Obviously, you don't need an insane amount of gas if you're just going one gate expo. And there is the FD coming out. Looks like he's going with 6 Marines. Usually you see between like 4 to 6, depending on how hardcore the Terran wants to push. Like if you're just going to be defensive with it, you can make a couple fewer Marines. So this is going to be interesting because the Observer is going to be quite late for Andrey. See, there's a robo just starting now on the second gateway. And there's already Vultures out with mines. But looks like Terra's actually just going to stay at home. Not actually going to be aggressive with this, which is fine. I think he could be though. Against a 1 gate, you can, especially with 6 Marines against only 1 gate's worth of Dragoons, you can actually be a little bit aggressive. I don't think Terra actually scouted that though, so... Well, actually no, his SCV did get in, but he's just going to play safe, which is fine. Gonna just move out with these Vultures. And laying these Spider Mines, this is like an anti-DT defense. I mean, it helps against Dragoons as well, but, you know, you don't want to clump them up too much or they'll all blow each other up. And yeah. So, doing some defensive mine laying, leaving his dudes at home, getting siege mode right now. So it looks like we'll just go into a standard game. And look at this! Andrey actually going for a fast base. Is he going to get Reavers? I think he should get Reavers, or else this is very unsafe. No, he's just going straight Obs. I don't agree with this, and this is actually going to get scouted. I mean, this kind of really fast double expand, I really think you need to get a Reaver. 2-gate Obs, if the Terran goes for like a big push, mid-game push, you're just so dead. This feels very, very risky to me. And I say that because I used to do this build like all the time, and I just kept getting owned. Even like a standard 4-fact is somewhat hard to hold off depending on how you follow it up. So let's actually see what he follows this up with. Another gateway, good. And another gateway, that's fine. Meanwhile, Terror is just on 2 facts for now. It's fine. It's interesting, he hasn't actually made a single turret yet, even though he has an engineering bay. I'm wondering if this is because he saw the fast third, so he knows there's not going to be any like ultra fast Reaver or DT drop or something like that. So just going to hold off on those turrets for now. It's actually quite interesting, and he is actually going to push now with 2 siege tanks, and looks like 7 Marines now, 8 Marines, and a couple of SCVs. So exactly, this is what I'm talking about. Just this, like, the random push timing. You set yourself up for so many random push timings, like when you double expand like that, and you don't get a Reaver. Because if you get a Reaver, you can, like, do a lot of harassment and stuff, keep the Terran back in his base. Looks like there is a shot. Okay, it looks like it is going to be a Reaver. But that's going to be a little bit late. I'm trying to think of exactly how Stork does it. Of course, Stork used to do this all the time. He'd go for, like, a 1-gate Robo with Reavers and then double expand, and because he's got really good Reaver harass, the Terran would be pinned to his base. But Andrey just double expanded and then got his Reaver, which means that Terra's actually just set up now between his natural and his third. And Andrey's sitting out of the probe. If he just like goes somewhere and builds a Nexus, I'm just gonna facepalm. That's I don't think he's gonna do that, but that would be quite funny. And look at this, a nice position for Terror. And you see, the longer that Andrey actually waits to bust out of this, the harder it's going to get. Because you see, Terror's going to start building up. He's going to build bunkers, building turrets. He can even put some depots down in front to like SimCity his tanks in. Looks like Andrey's going to pylon wall himself in here. He does have 2 Dragoons. And this probe is hidden at the bottom right. He could actually hidden expand or take a hidden Nexus if he wants to. But I don't know if that's a good idea. And by don't know, I mean that would just be a bad idea. Anyways, looks like the shuttle's moving out now. Does it have a Reaver in it? It does indeed. It should pick up the second Zealot. He should pick up the second Zealot. Why are you not picking up the second Zealot? Second Zealot, he missed his plane. And ooh, I don't know if Terra saw that, but this push, look at how sick this position is. Oh my god. I think Andrey is actually just dead right now. I don't think he can deal with this. He's gonna have to have like the most amazing Reaver harass ever. And looks like, oh man, he's actually going for it. He's trying to snipe the leading siege tank, but that's just not working at all. And here we go. Oh my god! All the SCVs are there. There's no defense. Oh my god, Eva. How many kills? 4 kills. Looks like Terra just gonna flee with everything. All his factories, I think, are actually rallied. He's only got... Wow, look at this! Terra actually just gonna kill Andrey with only 2 factories. That's pretty insane. Meanwhile... Oh! That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Terra, now he might actually be all in with this push. I think if Terra actually doesn't win with this push, he will lose the game. And he won't necessarily win with the push either. Andrey's mining off 3 bases. He's got 6 gateways against 2 factories. Andrey just needs to hold off a little bit, be very cost efficient, try and snipe Siege Tanks where he can. He's gotta be careful. Oh no! He's gonna get some probe sniped. And looks like, yeah, it looks like he's just gonna give up his natural. I think that's a smart move because he's killed. Oh no! Andrey's not paying attention! Ah, Diva! Shoot the SCVs! He does shoot the SCVs! Oh, only gets a couple. Can he get one more Scarab? One more Scarab! Oh man! Terra is left with 11 SCVs at the natural. It looks like 6, 7, 8 SCVs at the main. 19 SCVs only in total. Andrey has a lot better saturation, but it's mostly at his main base. So I'm actually... I don't know. That was a sick amount of damage, but I don't think it's enough, really. Is it enough? I mean, this is a ridiculous position. I have no idea how Andrey's going to break out of that. I mean, he can't even elevate her out because, like, everything is all mined up. He'd have to elevate her down to his 3rd or something. Oy. Still 2 factories for Terra. Of course, now that he's got no SCVs, 2 factories is more than enough. But, yep, there go the Siege Tanks now, down to take down the 3 o'clock. And once that goes down, Andrey is going to be pretty dead. Looks like he's going to get ready to do some shuttle bombs here, but with all these Marines and bunkers and turrets around, it's going to be very hard to do those. No, it looks like he's actually going to elevate her. He's going to elevate her right onto mines. Oh, no, he's going to Zealot bomb. Which is going to do nothing because there's a bunch of ultras underneath. Oh man, don't lose the shuttle, don't lose the shuttle! And the Great Wall of Pylons, like really? Does this really do anything? The Siege Tank is just like, oh, I guess I'll just shoot from the other side. Meanwhile, Andrey's built gateways at the bottom right because, you know, that's a... I mean, the idea, of course, is that, you know, you want to get units from outside the contain, but, oh my god. He got, like, a Siege Tank and lost half his goons. Looks like, no, the Zealots did get out. He's gonna actually save his main base, but he lost, or his 3rd base rather, but he lost most of the probes there. Meanwhile, Terra has kind of remade his economy, getting 3rd and 4th factories down. Citadel's up, no speed. The supplies are actually really close. 75, 71 now for Andrey against 79 for Terra. A few Dragoons running in from the bottom. I think he's actually just rallying the Coons from these gateways up there. And, oh, looks like he actually is going to manage to clean up the Siege Tanks at the front. Terra making a bit of a mistake, I think, leaving those undefended, but no, they were not actually undefended. Okay. And Andrey now has pretty much nothing. Excuse me. Siege Tanks are pretty good. Is he gonna get it? Does get it. And what is that? Oh, just a random vulture. Yeah. Looks like Terra forgot to put guys back on the gas. Yep, there he goes. Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Terra's actually down to 2 Siege Tanks. Terra has actually only got 2 Siege Tanks remaining. So Andrey is not completely dead. I mean, he's still in a terrible position,